care for an aperitif to balm the weariness of Sir's manifold journeys?
Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another episode of our Fallout New Vegas Let's Play, this time with episode 68, I do believe, and we are here in the sink. Now when last we met, we tried to talk to the scientists, and we can do that again. The difference is going to be that I am going to go into the settings and lower the volume so it doesn't hurt me, because when I complain about it, I'm not trying to be frivolous. It literally hurts my ears. It is extremely painful for me. So that's one of the reasons I made this channel, and I wanted to make videos, is I could not listen to other channels at all. So I'm going to lower the volume, and then I'll raise it back when we're done talking to all of them. And hopefully I will remember to edit out the sections where I go into the settings, because I really don't like to break the atmosphere of the game for that. It upsets me greatly. Call it the stagehand history I have. I don't like being seen unless I'm supposed to be. Anyway, so let's go ahead and do that, and we will be right back. Alrighty, let's see if we can give this a whirl. And now we'll turn it over now to Checkers the Courier. Well, we're just gonna come right back on in here and try and talk to these fellers and the lady. Now, did we talk? We talked to Dr. Borous.
Has it come for hellos? You'll get no such satisfaction from me.
That's alright. I think we got everything from you last time, but we can check.
The lobotomite returns. What insidious plan can it have brewing in its horrid mind? What commie anti-American propaganda will it spew?
Oh, let's see here. I want to know more about Mobius and the Forbidden Zone.
The malignant tumor that is Mobius plagues us all. His hunger for power, insatiable. From his lair in the Forbidden Zone, his terrifying robo-scorpion army clicks and whirs across the crater of Big Mountain, ever seeking, ever stinging.
Yeah, we kind of run into that.
He must be stopped, or all of Big Mountain shall be destroyed.
Alrighty, and tell me about this here radar fence you got around the crater.
The radar fence protects us all. If evidence is correct, the one who built it is me. It keeps anything with a disembodied brain inside, like us, and anything without a brain also inside. It is the ultimate defense against communist aggression. There'll be no infectious ideas on my watch.
You realize that means you're trapped here?
Trapped? Nonsense. We are secure here from evil philosophies. Ever since my anxiety-filled days of powerlessness and being bullied in American high school, I have dreamed of such security as the fence. That and giant cybernetic dogs that would ruthlessly patrol and kill anyone who wasn't my friend, like Richie Marcus and Betsy Bright. Who's laughing now, Betsy? I hope you and Richie are happy smoking in your radioactive coffins. I'm glad you never came to my birthday party.
Alrighty. You know, there is still a whole world beyond this place.
No! Beyond is death, despite mounting evidence to the contrary. No matter where these strange humans wander in from with their ideas and new brains, there is nothing beyond Big Mountain.
Evidence to the contrary?
Enough! Stop filling my precious brain cell units with irrelevant data. You sound like the other visitors, making wild claims of a world beyond, where there is a war beyond war. It is unproven and unthinkable. Bother the other doctors with your crackpot theories. I have no time. None of us do.
Alrighty, and what does Klein want with these particular technologies?
There is logic and purpose in it. If these technologies are needed to pierce the Forbidden Zone, so be it. Science is powerful, and in the right hands, our hands, if we had hands, we would be nigh unstoppable.
So, what can you tell me about the Big Empty?
That castrated nickname of our facility is not its true name. The true name is Big Mountain. Where are your manners? It is our home, threatened by the horrors of Mobius. All we wish to do is continue our research, layer upon layer, above and beneath the floor of the crater, until we have our answers. But no, Mobius will not let us rest, scaring us with his scary robots with their laser tails and blowing up all the time.
So, why have you leveled this place?
It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore, so the crater became our testing grounds for science.
Test cities?
Yes. In the past, individuals would come to us, pay for technology, and if their town, community, or city was just right, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tech was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. Get permission. Sometimes. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities was hard, so we captured enough commies to make cities of our own. So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Those were the days. But the true test was science on unsuspecting Americans. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound them up, let them go into tiny, isolated towns. Then we observed.
And, what was this explosion?
Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. All better now after the landscaping, though. Much more pleasing to our monitors. And the crater helps keep everything inside, because it is bowl-shaped.
I had other questions.
Submit your questions. I shall respond with deadly answers.
Alright, well, I guess the last one is, who are you and what do you do here?
Before you is the brain of Dr. Borous, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
You're responsible for the cazadors.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
What exactly makes you think they haven't escaped?
Because Big Mountain safety measures are far more sophisticated than their primitive animal instincts. We are their lords and masters.
Contained at Big Mountain, you say? Well, you know those things are all over the Mojave.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
I don't think they're sterile. They breed all right.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
I'm gonna say no, all right, trust me.
Oh, that's too bad. Perhaps we can perform a sterility castration some other time then.
Yeah, maybe not. You know, you don't seem to have too tight a grasp on your own research.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
And the Night Stalkers were created for what then?
To preserve Coyote. No, wait. The snake DNA was important because the snakes with the rattles were dying out and... Or maybe it was a vet from Callus in X8. He had some mountain lion, eagle, condor idea. Bet you can't breed this, he said. Showed him. Then it spliced itself into a coyote, a snake thing, which was eventually successful. Kept that DNA where it belonged. Spliced. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
Alrighty, well, I think we've spoken quite enough there, Dr. Borous.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
We can only hope. Alrighty, so I think our next candidate might be right on over here. Who have we got? Dr. 8. You know, I was saying the same thing myself. Can you speak? Do you understand me? Right on. Did something happen to your voice module? That's easy for you to say. That is too bad, or good, or something maybe. So, I'm pretty sure you can understand me, and I want some answers. Do you know anything about Dr. Mobius or the Forbidden Zone? Right on, okay. Alright, just calm down, didn't mean to alarm you. Who are you exactly? Right. Good to meet you, double circle, a dash, whoever. I was just saying the same thing to Dr. Borous. Can you tell me something about these technologies Klein wants? You sound agitated, or you're percolating or something. Huh. So, tell me about the big empty. I mean the big mountain, that is. Cool. Seemed like you ran out of steam there towards the end, though. You okay? You know, after listening a bit, that's Robco Termlink protocol you're broadcasting, right? Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm just full of surprises. Nice pun on the header file, ref. I agree, if someone would take the time, you're more than just sound effects in a tank. If that's Robco Termlink protocol, doesn't that mean it can be hacked? Oh, let's see here. If that's Termlink code, don't worry. I'm not going to take advantage of your exposed code. Not a problem. I know what it's like to be experimented on. So, when I first arrived, you didn't tell me you didn't sonjaculate into my sonic emitter. Well, there'd better be some other way to fire this up. Can't we at least talk about it next time? Now that we know each other better, can you tell me about the sonic emitter? That is just fascinating. Really? Huh. Who'd have thought? Well, of course. No, I've been there. Higgs Village, right? Your house is there? So there's an emitter code in your house. I may have already picked up both. I grabbed just about anything that's not nailed down. Alrighty then. I guess I'll be going now. Alrighty. I don't know if I have both or not. That's empty. Let's see here. We got anybody over that way? No. We got Dr. Klein.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
You know, I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank had to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
You seem like you're the one in charge. You are...
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain.
I see.
I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field. First chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
And who exactly is this, Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
These mechanical robo-scorpions consume intelligence. Are you certain of your findings?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
You know, I have a question. I feel kind of strangely passive here. What is that about?
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank.
The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
Why the anti-aggression programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
And who were these visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
You don't say. How dastardly. So, what is this place?
This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man, and to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
All that power. You know, I've just heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
Yeah, now, can you tell me about this here Forbidden Zone?
That glowing red scar? That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child? It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
And what can you tell me about these pylons?
Ask Borous. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Borous' notes and schematics.
I have some questions about this brain extraction y'all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs are remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
You said before that Mobius might have my brain?
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
What's this auto-dock surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto-dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
No, that's a bummer. So why would Mobius want my brain?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
Well, do I have any other questions for you?
More? Very well. Do your asking, then.
No, I don't think I do. That's all for now. Goodbye.
Yes, a most goodbye.
All right. How many of these folks are left? Looks like 2. I say folks. Dr. Dala.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
The quick scribe jumped over the lazy paladin?
Yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
Okay. So, I have to say, who exactly are you and what do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dala, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
And, what exactly is formography?
It's excessive examination of the human form to achieve psychological arousal. Disgusting. I would never succumb to such base appetites. Distractions. Filthy, filthy distractions.
211 doctorates. How is that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
First head chief researcher. That is a lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
Oh, I'm sometimes called a courier.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
I see. And, exactly why did you remove my brain and, how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack. Snip. Done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
But how exactly am I still talking and walking around?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
Alrighty then. You know, I feel strange in here. Peaceful, but a little bit on edge.
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Oh, I wonder if there's any way to turn that off.
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all the lobotomites here.
You know, I've had a couple other questions.
An interrogation? How fascinating. Please begin.
Can you tell me about Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius. A monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
I don't understand how the tech Dr. Klein wants will help.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome, where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Can you tell me about the Big Mountain?
This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see, no matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Previous test subjects.
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured 2 of our staff. It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
Why did you say 3-1 subjects before?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
And what happened with these visitors?
Ask Dr. O. and you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
Alright, I think we've spoken about enough.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Oh, you Darla. Alright, let's talk
Stop
to
hovering.
Dr. O.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in think tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible.
You're Dr. O, correct?
Oh? Oh, yes. I'm not going to bother correcting you. At least you got the doctor part correct. I can be grateful for that, at least. Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Robco tech on your arm? It is! What's your agenda bringing that in here?
What, my Pip-Boy?
How dare you bring Robco tech in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Ooh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its stupid metal guts. Ugh. Damn Robco.
I don't think I'll worry you by telling you what House and his robots have been up to since.
Worry about House? Why would I do this? Hope he died alone in a dingy room, streaming his last remaining bodily fluids into jars. And him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even get me started on those filthy biological catcher's mitts.
Calm down, I just wanted to ask some questions.
Fine. Ask.
I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors?
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Tell me what happened.
This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but
Who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
And what exactly do you do here?
All things robotical. You see a robot? I made it. See a broken robot? I made it that way. Deconstructed it down to parts. I have a gift with machines. I can render anything inoperable. Preserve them in a non-functioning state.
Wow. That, doesn't sound impressive, though. I mean, breaking machines, that is.
Who asked you? You just wait until a working machine threatens you, and you'll wish I was around.
Well, that's probably true. Do you have another name?
Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept the mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore topic with me. Makes my gel ripple.
Oh, all right then. I did have some other questions, though.
Fine. Ask.
Can you tell me about Mobius and these monsters of his?
That genius Mobius somehow cobbled together these really impressive-looking robot scorpions with spare parts. Even painted them. Tried to see what makes them tick. Can't even examine them without them detonating all over me. Left with shrapnel and burns. Every time. Supposedly, he has even larger models, even a giant robot scorpion hidden deep within the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, right. Giant monsters, sure.
A giant robot scorpion?
Yeah, crazy, right? Something right out of a midnight science fiction feature. Ridiculous. What are the odds?
So, what can you tell me about this facility?
Big Mountain used to be a mountain. Then there was a slight mishap. Now it's a crater. The dome used to be buried, now it's exposed to the sky. Don't get me wrong. Makes the sky light up like a planetarium at night. All those spectra. So soothing.
You know, I need more of those worthless caps to test the CIU barter functions upstairs.
I'd have a few left. Let me check. Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Here you go. Keeps the place tidy.
Thank you kindly. I think we've spoken long enough.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Alrighty. Well, we didn't really get much new from him. A little bit. I think we had to talk to Dr. Klein once more, though.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet?
No. I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you, asked you some questions.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
I'm sure that's a comfort. Alright, that's all for now.
Yes, a most goodbye.
Well, goodness sakes. So we got blue gel. Everybody else has green? No?
You're my best friend forever.
Fascinating.
Dala has blue too. I guess his isn't quite green. Anyway, I think that's probably just about everything, unless I forgot something. Talking to someone, you never know. I do forget things. And I do think we cleaned out everything when we came through here the last time. Now all I've got to do is remember to turn the volume back up. At some point we'll be fine. Well, mostly fine until they start yammering on through the PA system again. But look at the time. We've gone quite a while in here just talking to the floating orbs. Come on, box. There you go. Alright, you can keep all that. Anyway, let's head on back to our sink. And I think we might just call this a whole lot of talking journey. A journey of the mind of sorts. For the moment, I would like to say thank you for watching. I think I'll handle this for that other Checkers fella. I would like to say thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe even just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe to that Checkers fella, and thank you kindly if you are already. Also like to invite you to like and share if you so desire. Most of all, though, I would like to ask you to please take care.